slipping. Not only do I get caught slipping this year, I got caught slipping last year. So I'm gonna tell you both stories. If you guys got hammered during the Blitz this year, let me know in the comments and let me know your experiences. I'm sure we all want to read those comments. You know, a lot of times we just go to videos for the comments. The fun is in the comments. So share your story in the comments, guys. I'll be sure to give you a heart and a like and probably comment on it. But this year wasn't as exciting as last year's was. Last year's, I barely escaped, and I was right there in the hornet's nest. But this year, I got caught slipping because I didn't know it was Blitz week. I know I'm slipping. I'm a slacker, but I didn't know it was Blitz week because it's always the first week of June, and I'm not one to always stay up in the current times, the current news, what's happening and such. But yeah, I took a load, right? Let me change your camera angle, give you guys what you want. All right, there we go. That's better. Give you guys some good time. Ain't nothing like a good time. But this year, I took a load at the beginning of the month. I went on a convention load to Salt Palace in Salt Lake City. Went to the Melaleuca show, or the Melaleuca convention. Had a really good time, a great experience, and I'm gonna keep on doing that as long as the boss man keep me busy. But here's where I got caught slipping. I did not realize the Blitz week was going to come early this year. I don't ever keep up with the news and what's happening and stuff like that, so I just didn't know. And really, I'm not really worried about it. I'm always home on the first week of June, not because of Blitz week. It just happens to be that way. I'm always home because that is the wife's birthday week. So yeah, I got to be home anyway. So the Blitz week ain't really a big deal. That's just usually why I'm always home. But this week, it fell this week. And I didn't know that. Anyway, the Blitz week started a few days ago, 4 days ago, 3 days ago, and I was in Wyoming. I was shut down in Rawlins, Wyoming, and I had to come all the way from Rawlins all the way to Boca Raton in Florida. All 3 days, I was rolling through the Blitz. Now, this is what's interesting. I'm not very worried about the Blitz. You know, this year's was all about wheel rounds, brakes, components and stuff like that, which I've got all new brakes and drums around truck and trailer. Everything's Gucci there. Everything's good. All the wheels and tires, all the tires are good. So I'm good all around. And I wasn't really worried about it. But here's what's interesting. Guys, the 3 days of Blitz week, putting down 650 to 702 miles a day, rolling all 3 days of the Blitz, I did not even get pulled in one scale. A matter of fact, most of the scales were closed. Most of them were closed. The ones that weren't closed, I got the green light on pre-pass and wheeled and rode right on by. I was kind of in shock. I'm like, 3 days of Blitz? I didn't even see any DOT guys set up shop and doing their deal. I just didn't see it. Maybe I'm just a unicorn rolling down the Rainbow Road and it's just the luck of the Irish or something. I don't know. But anyway, it was, yeah, I didn't see a thing. Actually, it was less busy than normal. But anyway, that was my experience. Let me know your experience in the comments. And guys, if you really want a funny story, let me tell you about last year. Last year, I was up in New York. I was right around, I knew I was in Batavia. And from Batavia, I went to the east side, what is that, Syracuse? Not Syracuse, Rochester. Anyway, one of those cities. And I had to bounce like 200 miles to go get a load because the loads were not that great. Anyway, I came over and bounced to the east side of New York, about 100 miles north of New York City. So I'm like, oh, cool. I can go that close to the city. I ain't worried about that area. So that's what I did. I went, I bounced, I got picked up a load. I came down and I picked up that, I don't know what interstate it is, maybe 76, 78, that shoots back over towards PA. Anyway, I got maybe 20 miles on that load, pulled into a rest area for parking because I had a late pick and I don't like rolling at night. So I pulled in the rest area. The rest area was full minus one spot, and that one spot was, as you're pulling in the rest area, you know, people park on the right shoulder. All right, there was no right shoulder. But once you get into the rest area where the slots are, behind the slots, there's room for us to park back there. And the last spot was still open, so I pulled up, popped the brake, done my 10. And again, at that time, I forgot all about Blitz. I did. But when I woke up, they was 15 to 20 officers, DOT officers around, 7 to 8 cars, DOT vehicles around. It was a big deal. So I got up, I put the curtain up, I rolled the curtain back up, and was getting ready to open up shop, get ready to go truck it. And I was like, what in the hell is going on here? Well, there was a guy or two guys sitting in one of the patrol cars or SUVs, I guess watching for runners, and they seen me take up my curtain, and they put it in reverse and backed up beside the truck. It kind of gave me a heads up, like nod. No, I rolled the window down, he rolled his down. He said, everything all right? I said, yes sir. I said, I'm just in need of some coffee. They laughed, I laughed, and then he said, all right, we'll just make sure everything is okay. I said, oh no, yeah, everything's good, man. I said, I'm just about to get my day started. So they put it in gear, and they pulled back up to where they were originally sitting. So I got woke up and got out and done a pre-trip, and I thought I better be very thorough. I'm going to have to raise my hood and I'm going to do all the things. So I kicked the tires, raised the hood, checked the oil, checked the steering linkage, checked everything, and made it look good. And well, all I can think of is I'm in the hornet's nest, man. I've got to go. I've got to get out of here. You got all these inspections going on. There was 4, 5, 6, 7 trucks being inspected with all these DOT officers around, and I'm within talking distance of all of this going on. And all I can think of is I got to go. I got to go. So, done the pre-trip, and I caught some gears, and I got the hell on out of there. Now, I also knew deep in my heart, if they didn't mess with me when I woke up, I was good. Why? Because if you're in the hornet's nest and they've been there for hours, you can rest assured they've done checked your truck out. I know they done walked around my truck, checked my truck out, and I didn't give no signs of wanting to inspect me. I didn't have no skittishness. I just jumped out and done my thing. Walked amongst them like I wasn't. Excuse me. Walked amongst them like I'm king around here. So guys, just always remember, take pride in your ride, man. Make sure everything's always up to par. Anytime you got something that you know is wrong, you're just one little mishaps away from getting the book through at you. So anyway, that was my story. I thought it was funny last year. I thought it was interesting this year. Of course, not about slacking, but I can't believe that I came all the way across country during the Blitz, and it seemed like the scale houses was less busy than normal. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Anyways, guys, if you're hanging around there, be sure to subscribe. Give me a big old thumbs up if you liked the video, if I entertained you, and wait for that next video to come out, guys. I'm going to get on home, take a few weeks off. I got a busy month of June coming up. So, yeah. Till that next video, see you, bye.